Nicolas Cage in another animated film. This can't be good. Or can it? The Croods. So the Croods tells the story of this cave family who live every day by these type of rules. They gotta stay together, sleep in this cave, and so forth and so on. That's how they stay alive. They're like a careful family. They don't want to do anything new. Just the thought of the word new scares them, basically. But then they meet a guy named, well, Guy, and he's voiced by Reynolds. He's awesome. So he leads the group of a family, on an adventure after they fall off a cliff, and they fall into this beautiful, luscious world that Fox and DreamWorks have created, and we have our little adventure. Now, going into this movie, I had little to no expectations for this movie. Nicolas Cage alone was kind of a selling point for me watching this movie, because the last animated movie he was in, Astro Boy, was a horrendous piece of shit. But in this case, this movie was fucking great. I loved it. I loved everything about this movie. I love the fact that the whole point of this movie is adapting to the word change. Try something new. Don't be afraid to do nothing new. I love that. I love it when a movie fucking tells you a story and makes it work and it makes it count. You can't go wrong with that shit because it makes for a well done family film. Okay? And you can't help but fucking love some of the characters and creatures in this film. Half the time I wanted to take home that big cat that always tried to attack the family, but something happens and not to the cat, but something happens and the cat gets frightened, and yeah, that was very fucking sweet. I love that shit. Okay? It makes you wanna fucking cry some tears of joy, if I'm not afraid to say. And yes, that is well worth the movie alone. It's to also watch this bonding of Mr. Crood and that cat. At the same time, Mr. Crood has to get beside himself a little bit because he's a little bit uptight, if you will, about his family and especially his daughter, played by Emma Stone. And the family leans more on Guy's side than they do Mr. Crood's side, because Mr. Crood has too many fucking rules, whereas Guy is living on the fact that you can't be scared and you can't live off fear and stuff like that, which is true. So this movie does set a great example. Voice acting is pretty good. I do think Mom was kind of useless, but the only reason why she was somewhat relevant is because Mr. Crood needed her, basically, and he needs the rest of his family. That's why I kind of say she was kind of needed, but not really. So at the end of the day, I'm going to have to give the Croods a B+. Really enjoyed this movie. Very good family movie. Check it out if you haven't. Drop your comments down below. Let me know what you guys think about the Croods down below. That y'all like it, that y'all hate it. What is your favorite DreamWorks movie? So yeah, I am out.